Okay, my name is Ronald Kenneth. I'm Africa's premier. I'm sort of a smartphone productivity coach. This today we're going to be discussing something very important. We're going to be discussing the paradox of free value. Now, when I saw that, when a couple of persons saw the 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 flyer, they were like, "What does it mean by paradox of free value?" But then it is something I think a lot of persons are going to benefit from in the long run. Although giving out value for free is really not something a lot of persons want to do right now, considering the harsh economic realities. But it is something that if you critically analyze, you will be making quite a lot for yourself by offering value for free. Of course, I'll give a few disclaimers as I proceed anyway. But yeah, we'll proceed. So the question is, how do you sell for free and still cash out? How do you sell for free and still cash out? That's basically what the paradox of free value entails. A couple of hours ago, one of my students asked me a very important question. I dropped one of my ebooks in a group, and one of the tips I mentioned for monetizing social media, I mentioned a couple of tips. One of the tips is offer value for free. Of course, it's part of other tips I gave, more like a buttressing tip. But then he picked it up and he was like, he had gone through the entire book. It was amazing. Just about 10 pages ebook. And it was like amazing. Straight to the point. So it's not like the ebook you have plenty reads, just straight to the point. I just captured the key points, and that was what that particular small ebook was about. And he was like, he was very concerned about the entire thing, and then he asked, because he noticed that a lot of Nigerians and indeed Africans like free things. So he was like, how long will he continue to offer value for free until people start paying? So I thought to answer that question in this particular recording so that other people can benefit from it. So I'm going to be doing a whole lot of talk in a couple of minutes. Just follow through. Of course, at any point you have a question, you can drop it in the comment section, and I would always come back to respond to it. Now, I will say a couple of things. First of all, Africans like free stuff. Africans, especially Nigerians, like free stuff. So, as a business person, you want to harness the freebies within your business. That's one. Number two, when we talk about these free services, when we talk about free value, it's most likely, or it's most predominantly about services, not just products, except maybe you have special products like maybe clearance sales and stuff like that. But if it is a service you're offering, for instance, barbing or hairdressing, stuff that will just require your time and not your immediate resources or products, you would want to offer some form of free service in a bid to get to cash out eventually. But then I still believe that those who have products can offer some form of services within the sales of that particular product, just to give the clients or customers some sense of free value being attached to the paid value. All right, that's the second thing I overall want you all to understand. Number three is that nothing goes for nothing. Okay, so you give free but not all value. One of the laws in the 48 laws of power, I'm going to paraphrase that, but it has a lot to do with not letting the cat out of the bag, or not giving all your secrets out. Okay, that's basically what nothing goes for nothing actually entails to an extent in this context. All right, you are not going to be giving out all value, you're not going to be giving out free value for everything. Think of it like this: if you're going to have 100% of a particular information, if you're going to do free value, you would want to do somewhere around 30% or 40%. Now, when they pay, you can now give the remaining 60%. Now, doing 30 to 40% of the information or of the service gives you the room for building trust with your clients or with your prospective clients. Some people are involved in network marketing, they are selling one product here or the other. Some people are involved in what do you call it, pastries, fashion design. A lot of people do physical products, that you can say clothes and stuff. Now, when you do those physical products, you would not want to give out your products for free to people so that you will cash out. You wouldn't want to do that. That would not be so wise, but you would want to do something like an added service. It's almost like your USP, your unique selling proposition. What is it that will make this business? What is it that will not cost me anything that I can add to this particular product to make people rush it? It could just be that your customer service is excellent. It could just be that you're going to give them a training for free. I know a lot of network marketers do that. So I'm going to teach you digital marketing, I'm going to teach you social media marketing, I'm going to give you a free ebook, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that when you sign up for this, when you sign up for that. So there is a little bit of free value in the middle of the entire product that you're selling. So you're using the free value to sell the product in question. But then if you run a service, for instance, you're a barber, you might just want to do free haircuts for the first 10 persons, and then 10 persons hit your shop and you give them the free cut. Anybody that comes in next, sorry, we just did the first 10 persons, well, you can pay so and so amount. So you have used that particular free value thing to pull in clients or pull in prospects to yourself. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people who run services make. Especially, let's say something around this barbering stuff I just mentioned now. You run a barbering salon and you just started. Maybe there's a barber in that area. You are good, no doubt. You're good, no doubt. That barber is also good. But if you're going to get crowd, at least for that period, you want to do something that will get you the numbers first. The idea is to pull people towards you. Then what you do with the people that have been pulled towards you is now another it's now a story for another day. All right, but the question is, how do I pull people to me? Business is a game of numbers. Whether it's a small number in terms of clients, or big number in terms of clients, or small number in terms of price, or big number in terms of price. Business is all about figures. It's all about numbers. So I can have 2 clients and each of them is paying me 20 million, and then you have 20 clients and they are all paying you 10,000. I'm still richer than you. You understand? The question is, understand how you can turn the numbers to your favor. The kind of business or the service you do, is it one that requires an influx of people? Then you want to leverage on all of that. So what the entire thing does for you, selling for free or giving out value for free. Remember, I said that part of what I'm going to be discussing with you is how to actually give out this value for free, sell for free, and still cash out. So you are not necessarily going to continue selling for free or giving out free value all the days of your business. You're going to be running at a loss. But it is just a strategy to get people to you, to get the numbers. Okay. Most times the numbers may not flock in as you want, but you can use those numbers that flock in initially as the seed to get higher harvest. So what do you do? While these numbers come in, you create a system for yourself. You are building a system by actually having that entire free stuff, but not giving out all the value. So it's almost like a tip of the iceberg something. While you are at it, you need to take note of the fact that you need to structure the entire service or the product in such a way that it keeps the clients or keeps the customers coming back for more. All right, you want people to keep coming back, keep coming back. If you have given me an excellent haircut for free because you opened your hair salon today, it should be an excellent haircut anyway. It should be an excellent haircut such that when I remember to take to have a haircut the next time, I will not just be thinking about my former barber. There will not be a competition in my mind. Okay, there will not be an option between my former barber and you, who gave me a free value but still gave it out for free, just as a way of saying, hey, I'm in this environment, come and have your hair cut here and stuff like that. So you can use that to get people to come back for more with you, and then the question now is, another question is, how do you eventually get this done? I'm going to mention that in detail, but there are three things I want to mention in this respect when it comes to giving this value for free but not all the value. It's like a tip of the iceberg stuff. You want to engage in speedy delivery. So if, for instance, you sell a product and usually other people who deal on the same products will take about 24 hours to deliver the product, you want to leverage on speed. Trust me when I say clients love speedy delivery. Okay, there's nothing as beautiful as telling me my clothes will be ready in 5 days and you bring it to me in the evening. You just took my measurement today and then you bring it to me in the evening, all made, properly made. It gives me that sense of fulfillment in closing that particular fashion deal with you. So it's one way. It's a free value actually. Leveraging on time is free value that a lot of business owners do not really understand. Time is an asset in business. So when I give you more time than you supposedly deserve in the delivery of a particular product or service, I kind of win my way into your heart. So take note of that. So if a product is supposed to take about 24 hours to be delivered, now you're going to be doing that for new customers and old customers. I'll give you a typical example of myself. I do quite a number of designs. I do graphic design, I do video editing, and a whole lot of other things. Now, when I started off, I would do amazing designs, and I would tell my clients, you get this design in 24 hours, or let's say 24 to 48 hours, and it would always be my benchmark till this moment. So I'll tell you 24 to 48 hours, and in less than 3 hours, your design is ready. And you're like, but I thought you said 24 to 48. Yes, I said 24 to 48. That means it can come in within this period, but I just gave you a design. And it became something that gave me an edge. So more people were coming to do designs with me. Now, remember, I had already made up my mind that I was going to deliver within 24 to 48 hours. I took note of this because I knew that there could be a time when I would have so much job to do that I would require 24 hours to be able to attend to everybody that will come to me within a period. So even when the business had not grown to that point, I still factored in that into the minds of my client. And then when I did 24 to 48 hours for certain types of design, then for certain types of design, 4 days, when I say things like that, I'm creating a standard. But then when I deliver ahead of time or before time or even in the next 20 minutes, you are super impressed. You want to come back for more. But if I deliver in 42 hours, haven't been delivering for you at other times, you will still remember that I told you it's between 24 to 48 hours. In fact, I'll even remind you again. The reason why I've not gotten the job up till now is because of so and so reason, but of course I told you 24 to 48 hours. So speedy delivery is important. Another thing is excellent customer service. I mentioned that earlier. So you want to leverage on excellent customer service. Another one is amazing product and services. So because you're going to be giving me a free haircut, doesn't mean you should give me a shabby haircut. Just do it as excellent as you would do it for someone who paid you the right amount for that particular service. Okay, I'll still give example with myself. When you ask me to do a design for you, especially back then, no, not now, free value now comes for me in another dimension. Okay, so something can be free when it's supposed to be for like 10,000 or 20,000, and I offer to give it to you for 2,000 or 3,000. For me, that's free. I've actually cut out a lot of money for you. But we're talking about people who are starting, or people who are trying to find their feet around certain things, or people who have actually found their feet but who still want to gain some form of attention from the crowd that follow them. All right. So what I would do at those points I would go out of my way to design free flyers for people for their birthdays, for their anniversaries. People who I was anticipating that would become my clients in the nearest future. I would go ahead to design flyers for them on their birthdays, design this, design that, with my name and phone number on those flyers, somewhere very tiny beside, and I was using that to sell my skill. And at some point, I realized that most of these persons, when they needed graphic design, they were like, "Oh yeah, Shebi, you did my graphics for me during my birthday. Can you do for this, my friend?" I'll be like, "Okay, yes," but I actually charge for this stuff. You understand? So you see how free value given out, in the case of free service given out, has actually gained me some form of recommendation, which is not going to be for free anymore. Sometimes, I'm sure to an extent you must have experienced this, where maybe a product is supposed to be a service, or maybe a product is supposed to be for like 120,000 naira, and for one reason or the other, you decide to sell it to that particular client for 100,000, and the client is not referring you to someone else, but you and the client has already agreed. Don't tell anybody I gave you this thing as 120. This thing is actually at 100. This is actually way above 100. I'm giving it to you at 100 because you are this, you are that, you are that. So the person now refers you to another person, and is like, he tells the person that the price is 120, or even 150, as the case may be. Or most times I've had situations where somebody meets me and tells me that, "See, I want to refer you to another person, but please don't take the same amount from me, from the person that you took from me. Remember, you gave me a huge discount. Sell your market the way it is for the other person." So that goes to show that actually giving out that form of free value or leverage for people can get you the much needed referrals and stuff. Okay, so what are the benefits of actually giving out free value? Number one, you're going to be establishing or creating trust between you and your client. Now, it's very easy to destroy trust, but it's very hard to build trust. So most of the things I've said earlier, the things you need to do to build trust: number one, you need to have some form of speedy delivery. I said that before. Excellent customer service, amazing product. All these things are in a bid to build trust. But why you incorporate all those free elements into your products and services, you are able to build trust. People are not going to trust what you do. Of course, it's free to an extent, but you have actually still delivered on your promises. You have delivered on the true essence of your service. Think of it like this. I know you may be listening to me now. You're asking yourself, how do I even give out stuff for free? But I don't have I don't have the funds to actually meet up that lapses. If I'm going to eventually, let's say for instance, you sell phone gadgets and stuff, or maybe phones, iPhones, or any of these Android phones, and then you're hearing this and I'm saying give out value for free, and you want to pack your phones and give to people for free just so that you have other customers coming. That's not what I'm talking about. You can actually go as far as learning a skill when it comes to smartphones for free, for a paid price, from somebody, so that you can use that skill as a free value you can offer to your clients. Let me give you a typical example. I like to be very practical. My name is Ronald again. For those of you that are just listening at this point, I'm Ronald Kenneth. I'm Africa's premier smartphone productivity coach. That means I teach people how to use their smartphones more effectively for productivity and profitability. Now, I teach people how to use their phones for graphic designs, video editing, and a whole lot more. Create their own digital product, create content, manage social media platforms, and a whole lot of things. Digital marketing fully. Now, if you sign up for my class and you learn, what you do, you sell phones, or maybe you sell bags, you sell perfumes, but you sign up for my class and you learn how to use your phone for graphics. You can go ahead to sell your product, to sell those phones, and while you're selling the phone, you're not just going to sell the phone and let the client walk away. You're going to tell the client, thank you for buying this phone. I want to offer you free 2 days class on how to use this phone you just bought from me now to do graphic design and make twice the amount you bought the phone for in 2 months. Don't you think anybody will want to buy the phone from you in the first place? They will, if that is part of your free service to sell the product, or your free value to sell the product. Now, if I'm going to be adding that to my offer, people are going to buy my phone, and when they buy my phone, I'll collect their WhatsApp numbers or collect their emails. That way I can reach out to them and eventually maybe add them to a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group, and then have that class with them. And I'm not just going to be having customers, I'm going to be having clients per se. I'm going to also be having people who are loyal to my brand and also to my person, because I've given them an extra value. So when we say go ahead and learn skills, go ahead and learn stuff, it's because that skill you are learning that you think is not useful to you now or for what you do now might just come in as something you use to sell the products you are involved in. Okay, so imagine if you can design websites and you walk up to a company and tell them you want to do their full branding. Of course, website is not among the branding, maybe just normal graphic branding and stuff, and you're offering them a landing page for free. More people, they'll rather do business with you than do business with someone else who just wants to give them just what they want. So learn something new so that you can use that something new, somehow to get the product for yourself. Let's give another example. If I'm going to go for a contract or maybe apply for something, and that particular stuff, if I'm going to tender the quotation, is going to be about 120,000. Someone else is coming in and is tendering for 100,000, and he just wants to offer that value and leave. But me, I'm offering you for 120,000, but I'm giving you other bonuses that are not part of the package. It has a way of making you calm down and do business with me. Logo is supposed to be 10,000 naira, but I'm telling you, don't worry, I'll do this logo for you for 20,000 naira. But I'm going to give you a free flyer design. I'm going to give you a free this, free that. I'm going to teach you how to use the flyer, where to post it and how not to post it, when to post it and stuff like that. You want to do the business with me, you want me to handle that. So this whole thing creates trust, of course, and then you gain referrals. Okay, and it also creates the longing effect, what I call the longing effect. This thing about people getting hungry for your products and services. That's what happens when you offer value for free most times, especially services. Once you do that, you create especially when you are giving out top-notch service. When you're giving out top-notch service and you give it out for free, of course, you're not going to give out everything. You do that and you create this appetite, or create this longing, or create this desire in people for your own product, for your own service, because you are giving them a little extra, a little above what they are paying for. People just want to be pampered. People want to be taken care of, especially when it comes to buying stuff. The average consumer buys a product not because he wants to put money in your pocket. The average consumer buys a product because he believes that that product is going to solve his problem. So when you bring the product in a manner that appears to solve his problem, and you are offering him an extra solution to another problem which he hoped to pay extra money for, maybe somewhere in the future, you have gotten his attention. So it creates that longing effect. So the question now is, how do I actually tap into this entire free space? How do I tap into this free value space to cash out eventually? Number one, of course, there are just two things I mentioned, I outlined here. But the first thing you want to do is to collect emails. Okay, I like to tell people whenever I have sessions, social media is beautiful, but you need to create your email list. Create a following outside social media, because anything can happen. This social platform can just shut down any moment. And how would you communicate with your client? Most of these people are not people that you see on a regular basis. Most of them are far from you. So you still need a system apart from social media to keep the communication flowing. So you are either going to be collecting emails or collecting phone numbers. For instance, I can do a free class and tell you the prerequisite for attending the class would be that you register. You see things like access is free, registration is compulsory. What happens in registration is that you collect data, you collect name, phone number, emails, and with that you can get back to these people and sell to them when a product comes into the market that you need to sell, or a service that you need to offer. Now, a couple of months ago, I had this free class, and a lot of persons signed up to be part of the class. Okay, so access is free, registration is compulsory. So they all registered, and these are quite a number of persons that wanted what I do. So I had this system of I gave out value, no doubt, but of course, like I said, you will not be letting all the cat out of the bag. There are certain information that will be reserved for those who actually go the extra mile to make financial commitment for the product or the service I have to render at that point. So while all the information is being dished out and is making so much sense, and people are like, oh my god, and I'm like, okay, this is where I call it a day. No, don't call it a day. I'm sorry, but the other information is for those who are going to pay to access the main thing. And I'm like, they're like, okay, so how much are we paying? You understand that kind of thing. So remember that you have the 80-20 principle. 80% of people, 20% of the entire population will do 80% of the work. You understand? So usually, if you have about 100 people sign up for a free class, give or take, you're going to have about 20%. If you do your work right, and if you put out everything, put out the value the way you should get at least 20% of that entire 100%. Take action, for something paid. So that's it. So you are the way to actually leverage on that is to use that free value you're going to be dishing out as a means to collect information, collect data, so that you can always sell to these persons. So other forms of CTA can be used. CTA is a call to action. So you can actually have people fill out forms. You can actually have people give you their email, submit their emails, their phone numbers, and stuff like that. And then also have this situation where people can actually go and visit your website if you have one. Now, if you run pixels on your Facebook adverts, you realize that if somebody visits your website from an advert, chances are that that person will be tracked on other adverts. That's how you're able to see most of these e-commerce websites. Once you visit their website for the first time, every other time you go on Facebook or Instagram, you keep seeing their adverts. It's because you have visited them at least once, their website once. So you can actually use free value to pull people towards your business so they can see and know that whenever they need this product again, of course it's not going to be free the next time it comes to them, but they are going to be paying, for the value they get. Now, another question is, when do I give out this free value? You can give it out when you're launching your new business. Okay. Number 2, when you're launching a new product. Okay, that's why most times you see people do pre-order. During the pre-order sales, it's usually half of the amount. So if something is supposed to go for 500,000, during pre-order it can go for as low as 100,000 naira. That's what it entails. So the person that's actually giving you value, because that product is value for 500, he just like Nigerians will say, dashed you 400,000 naira. So when people look at it like that, when they look at discounts as you giving them money in the place of a price slash, they will begin to reason differently. Okay, so product launch. Number 3, when you're about to step up, I tell people a lot. You see, when a session with me, is around $300 to $500. All right, and the session lasts for about 2 months. Okay, so anything between $300 to $500, you're going to have my attention for at least a month. I'm going to teach you as much as I know. Now, within that period, and I decide to up my game, and I want to do $1,000 or $2,000, I'm going to first of all start with a discount. Think of it like this. I've actually discussed this with somebody before. If you hold a catapult, okay, and you want to shoot it, you first of all drag it back, right, and then shoot. But if you want to go higher, if you want the stone to go farther, you have to drag the catapult down. So most times people see a product that I have in store for 150,000 naira, and before they know it, of course it's a service, is for 150. I could afford to make it 2,000 naira because it's a service. It's just my time, or maybe something I've already created and is there, digital products. That's why most of you need to delve into making digital products. If you want to learn how to make a digital product, contact me in the comment section. I will teach you, how to make your own digital product. Now, digital products, you can wake up in the morning and start to make it 1,000 naira, $1, $2. The next morning you wake up and make it $10,000. As far as you have a change of audience and maybe a little tweak in the content of your digital product, you can always fluctuate the price. Okay. Now I wake up in the morning and decide to make that product of 150,000 naira to become 2,000 naira. Wise people will buy that product when it's 2,000 naira. Of course, you will not wait for it to come down to 2,000 naira, because I could just still decide that it's at 150,000. The next morning you open the same site and you see that thing of 150,000 is now 300,000. So you shouldn't always bench on this. But usually, if something is about 150,000, and this is a strategy I use, and I'm sure a lot of persons use this strategy too. Something is 150,000 naira, and before you know it, that same thing of 150,000 naira is now 10,000 naira or 2,000 naira. My dear, buy it now. Buy it. It's just like what you have with cryptocurrency, be deep and all that. Once it falls down, buy it. If my cost is 150,000 naira and I make it 50,000 naira, buy it when it's 50,000 naira. Because chances are that you may not sit at that price again. And once I drop the price for sake of a discount or whatsoever, The truth about it is, if the price was 150,000 naira before, and I decide to do a discount, maybe for a reason you may not know, and I make that product 50,000 naira, 30,000 naira, I bet you if I bounce that product back again, it will not be at 150,000. It will now be at either 250,000 or 350,000. I'll give you a typical example. When I started teaching people smartphone productivity, I had to use their smartphones to create designs and create content and all that. I had a lot of people come to sign up. One of such is a baker. She's based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So she came to sign up for my class, and she learned. What was I charging then? 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira. Just 2,000 naira I was charging them to teach her how to use their smartphones to create amazing designs and content generally. So she paid 2,000 naira to sign up. Today, that class is 150,000. 150k. You pay or you leave it. You understand? A few days ago, I dropped the price. A few days ago, a lot of people don't know. I dropped the price to 10,000 naira. And a lot of persons signed up. Even somebody I didn't know from the blues. I'd already told her that this particular product goes for 150,000 naira. So she was willing to pay 150,000 the next day. But somehow I had this pull to do a discount, and of course we're going to reach out to a whole lot of people out there. So she reached out to me once she saw that it was nothing. This is 10,000 naira now. What's your account number? And she paid, and she got the entire cost. That's worth 150,000 naira for 10,000 naira. Now the stuff is going up again. It's not going to be 150. This time around, it's going to be 300k. I just want you to have a clear picture of what this entire free value thing, how it really works, and when you should apply it. So I've said apply it when you have a new business launch, apply it when you have a product launch, apply it when you want to step up. Like whenever I want to step up, there's always this reduction in price, and then poof, I go up again. And then of course another time to leverage on this is when you have your clearance sales. Okay, those of you that have products and services, especially products, you understand this area of clearance sales. Okay, so that's basically it. And then another thing I need to let you in on is the fact that you need to collect reviews. Reviews are important. When somebody gets your product for free or gets your service for free, don't let the person go. The person owes you something in return. There's nothing that goes for free. Nothing goes for nothing. You must pay something to get something. Okay? So if I've given you my service for free or giving it to you at a very discounted rate, my dear, you owe me a review. You understand? If not for anything, for the fact that I gave you a discount, that discount I gave you is the review itself, so that I can use that review to get other clients. That's the way it works. People want to be sure that the services you are offering or the products you are offering have been tried by other people and they were satisfied. What happens to you when you go to download an app from the App Store or the Play Store? One of the first things I do is to check the review. What are people saying about this app? So I don't waste my credit. I don't waste my data. You go to buy stuff from an e-commerce website. One of the first things you want to check out is what people have said. People who have bought the product before. So if there are more negative reviews about the product, your mind is totally changed about it immediately. So what you want to do is get as many positive reviews about your business as possible. And then when you are getting these reviews, when people are sending these reviews to you, you have the right, you have the ability to filter the information as much as you want. So if somebody sends you a full video and it's like 5 minutes, and in 4 minutes 30 seconds the person explains how wonderful your product is and all that, and towards the end the person talks about the fact that your product is expensive, it's just too expensive, you can crop that part and you can cut it off and collect the part that would actually get you the clients that you want. So collect reviews. When you get to give free values, use it as a means to get. The idea behind the free value thing is that you're using what you have to get what you want. Okay, it's almost like what they say, you use money to get money. You use because that free value you are giving out at the end of the day is going to cost is either is costing you your time, for instance, it's costing you one thing or the other. So as you are giving that value, you need to get something in return. So you have to understand that you have done this, you have gotten so and so number of people. These people have to convert. If you have 50 people, let's say you have 1,000 people rushing for a free class you're doing. This is you selling bags. But you decide to do a free class on how to sell bags, or how to buy the best bags in the market, or how to identify fake bags. This is you selling bags, but you have done something free, something extra, something beyond ordinary. The normal bag seller in the market will just sell the bags to you, but you are now going to be giving out free value. Nobody will do anything if you don't give them that free value. Nobody will do anything if you don't tell them how to spot fake bags. But you are now adding it to something. You are now adding it to the product itself as a free value. That way you are earning trust and other things can follow. So I sincerely hope that you have gotten value from all I've said. Now I want to now hit the question the question at hand squarely. At what point do you stop giving free values? It's simple. At the point where you achieve your objective. If my objective is to get 1,000 people to know about my product and services so that I can sell to at least 100 people, then I do something. I create a value within the entire product and services that I have to offer, such something that will not cost me so much. I bring it out as a value out of the entire package, of values that my product has. I bring it out and then I use it as a bait to get, of course, I had mentioned that earlier, use it as a bait, right? So use it as a bait to get others to come. So I now have 1,000 people signed up to get to know this about this. So 1,000 people are now here, but my goal is to sell to 100 people. And I know that when I do certain types of adverts and marketing, I'm going to get at least 10% to sign up. All right. So when you leverage on that, when you are able to, hit that your target, you stop. You mustn't do free values forever, of course. And then there is a level your business gets to. Free value comes in different ways. It may not just be giving out the product or the service for free. It may just be giving out discounts. For instance, I do graphic design. If I'm going to do a design for you, it's going to cost you about 5,000 to 10,000 naira per design. Right now, this is March 2022. Okay, you may be listening to this anytime in the future again, maybe somewhere in 2023 or anytime in the future. But as at this moment, my designs go for between 5,000 to 10,000 naira. So at this point, I don't do designs for free, for 100% free anymore. I can decide to do a design for you for 1,000 naira, for 2,000 naira. As far as I'm concerned, I've given you free value to an extent. You understand? You may not be seeing it like that, but if I make you see it like that, you begin to see it like that. Hello, sir, this design you're talking about is actually 50,000. I'm right now I design for 50,000. But for you, I'm going to do this for like 10,000 naira. Okay, this is like I'm giving you 40. I'm cutting off 40k, a whole 40k. The person begins to see it. So most times, what people want to do is to just make you part ways with that money. They don't tell you what benefits you are giving to them. You make the mistake when you are giving out value, free value, or when you are giving out discounts. You just want to do it in such a way that you get that money that is remaining from the discount. This product is 2,000 naira, but I want to give it out at 1,500. So that 1,500, let me just find where and get that 1,500. You are not letting the people know that you are giving them 500 naira. Yeah, you just dashed them like the Nigerian word. You just dashed them 500. For instance, those of you that are listening to this and would listen to this, you are getting free value. This stuff I'm sharing with you, something I would package and put out there for nothing less than 10,000 to 20,000 naira. In fact, I've had several master classes where this was all I talked about, and I spoke in less than 5 minutes, about 5 to 10, 20 minutes, and I'm getting paid in dollars. You understand? But you are getting this information for almost free. And this is because somebody that is very close to me has asked this as a question, and I decided to throw the answer open to everybody. And of course, you can bet that I haven't told you just everything. There are certain things, certain principles I flow with that are not enlisted within this free discussion. You understand? But there is more. Okay, I have several other videos, I have several other talks, I have several other podcasts and stuff that you can listen to and get this same value and more. You understand? So that's basically what this entire thing is about. When do you stop? Stop when you have hit your objective. All right, and then you get to a particular point, free value changes form for you. It becomes something else. It becomes a discount, it becomes this, it becomes that. So know what it is for you and flow with it. Now, if you have questions, I will take your questions, okay? I'll take your questions, but you have to buzz me with your WhatsApp. Ask me questions. Tell me how much value you have gotten from this particular talk that I just had with you now. This particular information I just released. Tell me how much value you got. Send me a message via WhatsApp. I'm going to do a review for you. What the review does is that it's going to put you in the spotlight and put me in the spotlight. And that's what a lot of businesses and that's what a lot of people don't leverage on. If I take a free class from you, I'm going to do a review for you. The review is going to get you more people to do business with you, but it's going to get me more people, because when I do a review for you, most times I'm going to talk about myself in the review. So yes, I just attended a class by Ronald. My name is Ronald. I do this, I do that, I do that. Okay, so that class with Ronald made so much sense. Okay, and I learned this, I'm going to apply it in this my business, and I'm sure that when I do, you come and buy from me. You can even call out your phone number and stuff, and you have people refer to you to do business with you. So I'm going to drop my number now. You listen to this, you've gotten value. Send me a message. Tell me how much value you got. If you can do a video, no problem. Talk about your business, talk about what you do, talk about this particular session that I just had and how much it has influenced you and how much you are able to grab and what you want to do with the information, and then we put it out there. I will share it on all my personal platforms. Of course, people want to do business with me now because they know that I've given out value that is helping someone's business. But then the person whose business is helping may actually be someone that other people want to do business with, and then you're not. That's one secret to this thing. That's one secret to this thing. So my number is 081 3271 8024. Buzz me on WhatsApp 081 3271 8024, or you can send me a message on all my social media platforms. I'm at Real Ronald Ken, RealRonaldKen, all together RealRonaldKen, Real Ronald Ken, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. You can find me at Ronald Kenneth. Just connect with me on all platforms, okay? That way we can share value with each other, and then of course your reviews can go a long way to making you heard and seen. So yes, you've heard this so far. If you're listening to this through Telegram, please copy the link to the Telegram channel and share it with your friends, because I'm going to be doing more sessions. And teaching you more things. So share with your friends. If you are listening to this through YouTube, share the link with people. If you are listening through Facebook, share the link. No matter the platform you're listening to me from right now, because this particular audio session is being broadcasted on several platforms. So no matter the platforms no matter the platform you're listening to me from, share. If you're listening through Telegram, share the link to this Telegram channel so that more people will join. There's another thing about value. The value you share or the value you offer may not be your value. That's another thing you need to understand. It may not be your value. For instance, this particular session now, if you share this with somebody and the person listens to it, the person will hold you in highest. That's one of my secrets. Okay, so I attend the class and I learned something very important. I'm going to share that information with people, especially when the lecturer or the teacher has given the go-ahead to share. I go out of my way to make sure that people know that I'm associated with this person who just gave them this much value. So people want to be able to relate with you. And the truth about it is, whether you sell shoes, you sell bags, you sell whatever you sell, see all these things I said applies to you. You see this entire talk, if you can share it with somebody, the person sees you as, oh my God, you have my interest at heart, so I can actually do business with you. I can actually do this. What I do most times, my clients, I send them videos, I send them few sessions I have had before that will help their business. All this is in a bid to create that relationship and sustain it. All right. So thank you very much for listening. Keep sharing, don't stop sharing. All right. Thank you so much. My name remains Ronald Kenneth, and I am Africa's premier and most sought after smartphone productivity coach. You can also contact that number in case you want to learn how to use a smartphone to create designs, to create beautiful videos and stuff like that. I actually consult for a lot of organizations, and I use my phone alone. Okay, I have a laptop, I have a tablet, but I use my phone a lot. If this particular session you're listening to, I'm broadcasting using my phone, So there are a lot of things you can do. Create your own digital products and stuff like that. I can teach you. I will teach you. That's my job. I'll teach you. So connect with me at ASAP. Connect with me ASAP. 081-3271-8024. Those of you that are going to be listening from outside Nigeria, +234-81-3271-8024. I'm calling it again. +234-81-3271-8024. All right. Take care. Remain blessed.